The sun is shining, the weather is sweet, Bob Marley once said, and today is the day. It's like D-Day. It's something that I didn't want to do, especially not yet, but it's come to the point where I've got to tackle this headlining. And if you think that, oh, it's just a few bolts here and there, pull a few trims down, you're going to have a rude awakening. I've been dreading this job, but it needs to be done, because the interior now that you've been following along in our videos, sorry if it's a bit loud up here, it's quite a busy day on the farm, it's starting to look half decent in here now, but the headlining is drooping like an old man's ball bag. I don't mean to be so crude, but it is what it is. A lot of Clios now are starting to suffer with the headlining sagging, and we are going to replace it. But not with a 172 one. We're going to change it for a Clio Camper Sport one. So it hasn't quite got all this gubbins on. It's a little bit neater and a little bit tidier. We're going sort of back to basics with this car. There's a lot of manual things going on here, like the manual mirror adjusters and stuff. Takes away a little bit of weight. Not that it makes too much of a difference, but it is what it is. So let's get into it. And here we have it, guys, the droopy headliner. It's not even a little bit saggy, it's like a millet's tent. It's proper baggy and it's hanging down, and it's definitely got to be addressed. So what are we going to do? We need to remove this. Obviously some visors need to come down, these clips need to come out, this needs to come out. You'd think that this is just a couple of T20s. Well, it is, but then there's two like clips behind it which holds into the steel of the car up here behind there, and they're an absolute knob to get out. We've got to pull all these plastics down. We obviously got to try and not damage the new one that's going in. It's out of a donor car here. It's literally pillaged loads of bits off this one already. But if we take a little stroll, excuse the mess, I've been busy, we have our replacement headliner. It's got a little couple of marks on there, but it's pretty decent, to be fair. If you're going to buy one from one of the breakers, you're probably looking at about 100 quid for one. But when you pay 200 quid for a full car, i.e. the donor car, I'm going to use that one. So there we have it. Right, you guys know the drill by now. It's T20 time, and we're going to start undoing these. I'm going to use the gun to try and make it a bit quicker. Pop that off there. There's a plug, because this is a vanity mirror with some lights in. And that's just dropped off there. And even though you undo them, they don't actually pop off. Got the same the other side. Take the vanity mirror down. You have to get behind and undo the little clips that hold them in. This is nice and easy, should pop like so. And this is different, as you can see, to the Camper Sport one. It's literally just that section here. So on a Sport, they've got this bigger section to house the map light and some other gubbins. I don't know what that speaker's for. It's probably some French warning or something. You got a brain plug here that you lift up and pops out, and then out pops the map light. Got another T20 up here. We'll undo this one here. You've got a couple of plugs here which pop out like so. Should have the same here. We won't be using these, we're going to put the basic bitch ones in. And there's going to be a clip behind there, and we need to figure out how to pop that off without damaging anything, because we need to be sticking new ones in or reusing these. Up here, these should pull out. These little things here, they're like a block off for the handle, because obviously you don't need a handle once you're driving. No one really ever gets in my cars with me, especially when I turn them into track cars, because they're scared. So all you friends of mine that are scared of my driving, you're missing out. Undo the two T20s on this handle. That popped off all right, to be fair, but it's these things here, these clips. When you tighten the T20, it squashes this down to give it more purchase into the steel. But that wasn't that bad compared to getting the ones off the donor car. It's a shame that these ones, oh, this one might pop. This may be an easy job, and then it'll make everything I said look like bollocks. There we go. So you have to squeeze these in to put them back in, and then when you put your T20 in, it squashes down and then forms like a little clip. This one's well and truly stuck in. We're not too bothered about damaging this head lining, because as you can see, it's cabbage. Let's give it a good yank. Back and forward. You see how tight they are to get out. Best part is trying to get them back in. Like so. Onto the rear. T20s again. Make sure you don't lose the screws. Here's one of the tight ones. Oh, she's popped. Winning. Try and give them a squeeze from the back, and try and jiggle them out if you can. This headline is already doing my head in, touching my head. There's one. There's two. You've got a little thread for your screw to go through. You don't want to be losing that. Onto the other side. I don't want to jinx myself and say, oh, so far it's not going so bad, because it'll right bite me in the arse. Famous last words and all that. T20's out. Give them a pull. And yeah, that's a bit of a shocker, to be fair. Pop this down. There's some little clips. They usually stay situated up here. You've got a T20 here for this section. We need to peel the door rubbers out. And then I'll show you the other side. Right, so again, this plastic trim. Should hear a big bang in a minute when it pops off the clip, like so. Then another T20 for this middle section. Pull it down, and it should be. I'll move this rubber out the way. Give it a bit of a pry, it should pop, like so. Now we have a little bit of movement. We start pulling the old one down. We can't do this to the new one, as you can probably gather. And these are like tiger sealed to the actual roof. If you're removing a headlining to sell, I suggest you don't do it this way. You just got to be more careful. What means this is going in the skip. And it's a warm day as well, so it's taking the sound deadening, bitumen I think it's called. It's taking that with it, so that is weight saving, winning. Right, we've dropped the seats down so it gives us a little bit more access. We're going to be taking this middle seat belt down, which is a T40. So that'll come out of our way. This should pop down and out. And give it more of a pry. Like so. We're going to clean some of this bitumen off the roof while we're at it. And I'm also going to change the aerial as well, because I tried to put a little bee sting one in there and it was seized in. So while we're at it, we're going to replace the aerial. We're going to show you how to do that as well. Once you've freed everything, you should be able to pull this out from the back, like so. And that is how you get a headlining out, a damaged one anyway. So here is our old headlining, and as you can see, that is the sound deadening. And it's like tar. I can't get it off the roof of the car, because if I pry too much, I'll end up damaging the roof. And as you can see, it's sort of tiger sealed in place. That's what holds it up. These sections I tried to scrape a little bit off, but it seemed like a non-event, so I'm just going to leave it. So what's up now is we're going to undo that clip there, which is just put a little pry tool in there and that'll pop out. Same with the other side, and as we did in the other video, undo the two T20s and just peel this out of the way, so we've got a little bit of access to the top so we can slide our new one in. And we're going to get two 17s, take the 17mm bolt off the seat belt anchor points there, just so we've got a little bit more room to get up there. and we just want a little bit more access so we can get the headliner in without creasing it and damaging it. T20. We've already had this one out, so we know that the T20 is not on behind the other door card or rear quarter card. And that's that. Onto the other side, you've got your seat belt here. It's going to pop the little cap off. There's 17mm. I'm just going to pop that off there like that. And just gives us a little bit more access to slide the roof lining or head lining back that way. There's some little clips at the back, and if they pop out, just get this tool here, one of these, and just pop it back off like so, because the other ones sort of stay captive. Then pull it back in its little keeper on the back of the panel, and then when everything's back up, you should just be able to bang it straight back on. Right, as mentioned before, I damaged the aerial. I tried to unscrew it and the whole thread and the etc. all popped out. So inside the car, you need the headlining off ideally to do this. You can do it with it in situ. You've got a 22mm here. We need to undo that. And try and do it one-handed. Nigh on impossible, but I'll undo that. Then you've got a little plug here. This goes to one of the wires. Would help if I zoom you out, like so. A little white plug here. It's probably not going to allow me to. This just pulls out, by the way, but not one-handed. Oh, there you go. It does. Then over here, you've got your other aerial wire, and this you pop back like so. So this slides. Did I ever mention I need a cameraman? Anyway, that slides out. Yeah, so squeeze that back, pull that out, so we can feed this wire up now out of its little keepers. Because we're going to put a new one in. So you can undo this bolt now. Or this nut, should I say. And that pops up. Voila. I'll give that a little wipe over so it doesn't get rusty or anything. And then we'll pop the new one in. Right, so this is what we're going to be replacing it with. Nice little carbon fibre bee sting aerial that I've screwed in there. Also courtesy of the donor car for the actual aerial. It's a case of reverse what you've just done, taking the old one out. One-handed game ain't for me. I'm sure we only done like 2 threads. Take about half an hour to get out now. Anyway, unscrew that, then we'll show you how to pop it in. So feed your wiring back through. like so. Don't put your aerial on backwards because you'll look a bit of a knob. Do that through the hole, like so. Then we're going to put that 22mm nut back on. We'll tighten that in a minute. I'm going to go in, feed this back through. Here comes the one-hand pony. I'm going to plug that in. That's all clipped back in now. All this is all clipped back in, that little white plug's back there. All the limbs all back in its place. And now it's time to tackle the headliner. Wish me luck. Right, time for a bit of prep before going in. I'm going to use some sealant. And hopefully this will bond. To the reef, stop it from flapping about. Don't do it close to the edges because you're just going to get it everywhere. This is sort of the area what I had the sealant on before. And we'll give that a go. Right, so I'm going to put some fresh gloves on because I don't want to get this headliner any dirtier than it needs to be. We're going to start feeding it through with a bit of luck. It's got to go over the plastic trims in the middle, so I'll move you again. A little plastic grommet which comes out the back. Try lining that up. Still needs to go forward. It sort of goes like that. Right, I'll put the little grommets here. As you can see, we're not having no handles in here. We die like men in my cars. So we're going to put the vanity mirrors back in, the porpoise back ones, because we don't need lights. I'm not that vain. And we're going to start putting all the clips and the trims and stuff back in. This is pulled out of its little runner, so I've got to slide that in. Shouldn't be too hard because this is like a rubbery plastic, but yeah, it'll get there. Right, so the vanity mirrors have gone back in. That was sort of a needs must because I can't do things and try and film everything. A lot of the stuff you can figure out, so I need to wrestle with this and get that in its track properly. This side's on, that's all perfect. Just needs to have the T20 screwed in up there. We're going to put, wherever it goes, I think this goes up there. I'll put this in. And if you have a look around, there's no residual marks from where there was before, so I've got the headline in pretty much exactly where it needs to be. There's no sort of shadow of what was there before, like the handles and stuff, so that's a win. I put the door rubber seal back in here, like so, and on the other side, that's all in. So we need to put our little lamp back in, and we're going to button up the back end. Right, so we're gonna start putting the interior plastics in. We showed you all this in the last video, but since we've got to do it again, we might as well make a comprehensive video. Interior plastics in. You got T20s everywhere. I've left the gun at the front of the car, so I'll go and get that. Back to it. That's that one in. That's that one in. Now we need to put the seatbelt anchor point back on. That hangs over the loop like so. You've got the T40, going to go through there. I'm going to tighten that up. Well, I'm going to try and tighten that up. That's the seatbelt anchor back on. Little plastic cover which goes on here. Sort of a guide. It's not quite sitting right. It's a bit awkward from this position, but here's what we got. Gang shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human, my role. That's one side done. Bandage through the wounds of my soul. Say again, no room for this haunting. Vantage got me cruising at home. All the roof and the pain that it causing. They ran through with the food that they own. Gang shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human, my role. Bandwidth, EQ and distortion. Bandage through the wounds of my soul. Say again, no room for this haunting. Vantage got me cruising at home. All the roof and the pain that it causing. They ran through with the food that they own. They could never roll in my path. Strolled in the park. Never seen light straight thrown in the dark. And that is how you do a headliner.
Forever dream, ever green.
Winning.
Oceans apart. Set levels when the solar enhance. Get set and now we roll in the R's. Jet set to me owning my path. Gang shit, never moving with caution. 2 down sick, no assuming my role. Bandwidth, EQ and distortion. Bandage through the wounds of my soul. Say again, no room for this haunting. Vantage got me cruising at home. All the roof and the pain that it causing. They ran through with the food that they own. Gang shit, never moving with caution. 2 down sick, no assuming my role. Bandwidth, EQ and distortion. Bandage through the wounds of my soul. Say again, no room for this haunting. Vantage got me cruising at home. All the roof and the pain that it causing. They ran through with the food that they own.
So there we have it, guys, another episode done on the Clio, aptly named Annabelle, which we named in the last episode. Headlining's in, it's looking much better on the inside, but that's only scratching the surface. There's so much to do on this car. Sorry if it's a bit windy, but we're out in the open. Took the car for a little drive around the farm, make sure everything's all tickety-boo. Please like, share, subscribe these videos, because I'm doing this for you guys. It's taking time out of my day, and I'd really appreciate it if we get a follow off you. It doesn't cost you anything, and we'll continue to bring you more content. Hope these videos help. They're showing you basically how to do everything nut and bolt, so you can't really go wrong. And on that note, it's a nice sunny day, and it looks like beer o'clock. So see you very soon on the next one. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, because the interior is pretty much buttoned up. Just a couple of little things to tidy up, a couple of little things that could be better. It's going to get serious real quick. We're going to turn this into a track car, so we're going to lower it, do the brakes, wheels, a couple of little exterior mods and stuff, maybe seats and harnesses, well, bucket seats and harnesses. So if you want to get involved with all that, stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe and all that jazz, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios.